Just wanted to talk a little bit about Princess Charlotte, and it's Charlotte's been a big buzzword, especially as of late. I know I have some stuff written down from a couple years ago, even about Charlotte, and I talked about that before about how the NASCAR and whatnot on Iron Man 2. There's the NASCAR race or whatever, and then he has the nylon ropes or the electric ropes, and then I think a couple of years ago, the nylon ropes fell onto the NASCAR and it almost killed people or whatever. But anyway, um, I'll just talk about. I guess I'll start with Princess Charlotte here. So she was born on 5/2, which is 52, and that's very interesting because I've been talking about the Space Jam significance here for I don't know how long now, since Valentine's Day, I believe. But Michael Jordan is actually 52, and Valentine's Day to 5/2 is also 77 days. But anyway, Michael Jordan, why that's so significant and he's 52 is that he actually owns the Charlotte Hornets, the NBA basketball team. Yeah, right here. Chairman, principal owner, and chairman of the Charlotte Hornets. And I guess I'm not even going to go that in depth with it. I've talked about this and other stuff, but like it's founded in 1988. So anyway, you read through here, and I read a few articles and whatnot. There's not a whole lot of significance on a lot of things about Charlotte so far. Um, so I looked up, I guess it does say on May 4th, gun salutes were fired, which is 5/4. But I looked up just Charlotte in general, just to see if there was anything special about Charlotte. And I guess Charlotte is actually the feminine form of the male name of Charles, which is really interesting considering you had the Charlie Hebdo thing, the Charlie, Charles in Charge, all kinds of stuff. I've seen tons of people talking about it. Charlie Hebdo. They even had that movie with Mark Wahlberg in it, The Truth About Charlie, that has the map where Charlie Hebdo is. And Charlie Hebdo happened on 1/7 this year, and 1/7 to the day that the princess was born, or supposedly born or whatever, is 115 days. So 11/5, so 55. That's also the Back to the Future time travel day. Well, not just Back to the Future, just the time travel day in a bunch of movies. Also found it interesting that Chelsea Clinton, CC 33, she was born on 2/27. I mean, talked about that tons of times. 49, it's Valentine's, pie, a ton of stuff. But she just had a baby. Let's see here, and the baby's name is Charlotte as well. Yep, Charlotte Clinton Mezvinsky on September 26th of 2014. So interesting that her mom announces she's going to run for president, and then her daughter's name is Charlotte, the same as the queen. Or princess, not queen. If you take Chelsea Clinton's baby, and she was born on 9/26, 2014, and if you go to 5/2, when Princess Charlotte was born, it's 218 days. 218 is the 49th day of the year. And Hillary Clinton was born on October 26th. Now, if you convert that, if this was the Julian date and you converted it to Gregorian, it's actually 11/8. So November 8th, so 88. So anyway, I went back to Charlotte here, and I noticed there's a town called Charlotte, Iowa. And I'm from Iowa, so I clicked on it. And I just thought it was really funny considering that it's in Clinton County. I mean, I don't know, what are the odds of it being in Clinton County? It's clear on the east side. I am over here, but just interesting. So I guess I don't know anything about Clinton County, but yeah, interesting. Another thing very interesting, it shows universities. And look, the only university that comes up is University of North Carolina at Charlotte. And their athletic program and their school mascot is called the 49ers. What are the odds of that? They're even the color green, which green is a 49 word. And look who their athletic director is, Judy Rose. It's all to do with the Valentine stuff. That's some crazy stuff. And I know I talked about this, the Good Charlotte. I was listening to it at work. I talked about it a long time ago. Um, but there was a whole bunch of like 22s, I think, with it. Um, or and like on the album cover, they have this like the nuclear explosion there. Um, but anyway, it was produced by Eric Valentine, and then there's actually a song called "My Bloody Valentine," I think. Yeah, yeah. So and then there's like a new beginning, and 49 is Revelation, and the eights are the new beginnings and whatnot. Just putting that back in there, I guess. And when I was thinking about the color green is 49, and then uh, it's all about Charlotte, and then Michael Jordan owns the Charlotte Hornets. I thought of the Green Hornet, and I watched this movie a long time ago, and I had these stuff written down about it, but I thought it was really interesting that there's actually a train crash on the background in the TV, and I mean, it doesn't have to mean anything. I mean, there was other train crashes, there has been. Just kind of interesting. It even V's out or whatever, just like the train wreck that was just happened recently. And what's more interesting is right before they show this part on the TV, there's a little clearer picture of one. It definitely looks like an Amtrak too. But anyway, let's see here. Yeah, they have a jersey in the background with the number 27 on it. And I've talked about how this is a 27 year. So I just find that pretty interesting, I guess. Like I said, doesn't necessarily have to mean anything, but just whatever. And to be honest, I haven't really looked that much into this train wreck. I know I've seen an article like a couple days ago or maybe last week where it said the engineer was Brandon Bostian, the BB reference, the 88. Looks like it says 923 here even. That everybody's been talking about 923 a lot. Even Boston sounds like Boston. Who knows? But what I wanted to point out was the train was, let's see here, train 188, I think. Yeah, right here. The train was number 188. And that's interesting because only 2 days on the calendar in simple gematria actually add up to 188. And that is April 14th, the 104th day of the year. So that's big. I've talked about 10/4 being one of the only 2 days that's actually the only day that is 88 and 88. 4th adds the 88, October adds the 88. It's the last day of the Julian calendar, but also the other day that adds up to 188 is November 12th, the day where there is 49 days left until the end of the year. So then a while back in like end of February, I was talking about how I think someone might die in NASCAR, and who knows if it's really going to happen or what. It just seems like they were foreshadowing it with all the wrecks and all the articles about not having the safe barrier. And then Charlotte is one of the most dangerous raceways there is, and they've talked about that multiple times, lots of wrecks and whatnot. But anyway, the All-Star race was in Charlotte last week, and then this week's race is in Charlotte. But look who won the race last week in Charlotte, the All-Star race. It was Denny Hamlin, and this guy, let's see here, he drives the number 11 car, and I thought it was interesting that this year, so he drives the number 11, and he's had 11 starts this year, and he's ranked number 8th, so 11-8, drives the number 11, born on November 18th, so there's another 11-8. So I guess we'll see what happens on May 24th here. Looks like they also race again on October 10th. But I want to show you something here too. This is exactly what I'm talking about, how they're building it up. Turn 4, burning questions for Charlotte. Does the Sprint Cup Series deserve a passing grade, even the lack of passing this season? Blah, blah, blah. So basically they're not talking about like the wrecking, but just the use of wording. Burning questions for Charlotte, turn 4. So, I mean, is something going to explode on turn 4, maybe? I don't know. I mean, even over here, it's like, drivers evaluating safety after the Hinchcliffe wreck that happened last weekend. And then it was an Indy car racer who wrecked last week. Uh, Says he got hurt or whatever, blah blah blah. And then it talks about Kyle Busch's accident. Um, I don't know if it says anything about the Jeff Gordon accident earlier in the year too, but just interesting that they put all these like crash and like whatever articles. I've never seen it this many in the years before, so that's I don't know. It just leads me to think something bad's gonna happen. But like I said, who knows? I'm just going by just buzzwords they put in stuff and a lot of these articles and whatnot. So hopefully nothing bad happens, but I don't know. I wanted to finish it off here with not necessarily Charlotte, because I don't think Charlotte's really the one that people need to worry about. So this is Charlotte's mom, Kate Middleton. Of course, she's 33 years old this year. Her dad is an MM name, like the MM Jam, Michael Middleton. I just wanted to point out that he was born in 1949. But anyway, Charlotte is the second child of her and Prince William. But the first one was actually Prince George. Look when he was born. 227. Valentine's pie, whatever, 49. He was delivered by this guy, Marcus Setchell. And of course, born on October 4th, 1943. October 4th, huge 88 day. It even says there's the Prince George effect, known as the royal baby effect, blah, blah, blah. But it made he was ranked 49 on GQ's 50 best dressed men in Britain in 2015. So whatever, interesting. He's ranked 49 on this list. Why they even write that in there, who knows? But also, if you read up here, his first royal tour or whatever, when they went and showed the baby, right here, his first public engagement of the tour was on 9 April, so 4/9. I mean, come on. And then it says his other public appearance on the tour was April 20th, Easter Sunday. Go figure. I mean, what a day for him to come out. It even says, while his name was announced 2 days after the birth, he was from birth a British prince entitled to the style of Royal Highness under letters patent issued by King George V in 1917, which gave the title and style to the eldest son, blah, 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 blah. But 1917, that is, according to all them things, that is a jubilee year. It's 49 years before 1966, which is 49 years ago. So it's 98 years ago. And I'm just going to end it on one last thing, I guess. His dad, then Prince William, was born on 21/6/1982. So he will be 33 this year. And 21/6 is 216, which is 6 times 6 times 6. So I guess, I don't know. Just wanted to point out some things about Charlotte. And seems like Prince George has a lot more 49 around him, though. So I don't know what it all means, but just interesting with how all these numbers are always around all these high and up people or whatever. So, but anyway, have a great night.